Ciso. Oh, it's fabulous! A strike to get you up off your seats.
Hello and welcome to Seagulls Social. This is the Manchester City preview. I still don't know how we do this. I'm pretty sure it's like season 5, episode 20.
No one cares.
No one cares, yeah. We've just drawn with Man City. We didn't lose at the Etihad. What? Incredible scenes.
Wow.
And I'm joined by Maz. Unfortunately, we haven't got a full house today because BHAFC Albion is still on the piss in Manchester after an incredible draw. Incredible point at the Etihad. Maz, were you leaving that game feeling happy with that result?
Do you know what? I had mixed feelings. I feel like we created a lot of chances, but to be fair, City did as well. Do you know what? On the balance of it, I think it was a fair result. I think 2-2, probably a fair result. However, we created some big chances, which we are going to get into. And yeah, there is a bit of me where I'm like, oh, could we have won that? Could we have nicked it? I was a believer.
Hey.
And then he let me down. But no, great, fantastic result. Going into the international break, to be sat where we are, 7th in the league, is fantastic. And yeah, no, it was a great result on the road. Like you said, Ben, we've never won there. So to get a point, 4 points. If you told me 4 points against City this season, I would have bitten your hand off. So yeah, no, it was positive in the end. But of course, yeah, you do leave a little bit of desire of, what could have been. But
yeah. No, I think we were pretty unlucky to not come away with the win there. I know we were saying it before the match about how me and you we backed a win, didn't we? I think, and Jack was on the fence with a draw, and he wanted to lower the expectations. But me and you knew what was going to happen, and yeah, I think I wasn't too surprised at the start of the game because the way our wingers were penetrating their defence, even like our fullbacks as well. It looked like that was just going to be the way the game was going to go. But yeah, to get a draw, I mean, like I'm looking at a stat here. City in their 15 home games against us, they've won 12 and drawn 3 now, which is not a good stat for us. We really wanted to break that curse, and we were so close to doing it. And yeah, that was an unbelievable start, wasn't it? I think Hinshelwood put in a fantastic ball from the right into Matoma, which was a theme against City yesterday. Pretty much always whipping that ball into Matoma. And yeah, I don't know. When I was watching it back, I was thinking, no, that's a goal. The game's gone. Like, come on now, like he's barely got 2 hands on it, but watching it back again, I'm thinking it probably is letter of the law.
Yeah.
A foul, would you say?
I was the same as you. At first, I was like, this is a joke. What the hell? He's done nothing wrong. He led with his head, which is always a good thing, as in he hasn't led with his foot, hasn't gone with his shoulder, for example. So it wasn't, from first looks, you were like, oh, he's gone for it. Ortega didn't have his hands on it. It's a fair challenge, but
yeah, Ortega's almost fallen into him as well with the ball. It's a tough one.
But when I watched it, I've watched it a few times now, and yeah, he does have at one point he does have his hands, both hands around the ball, which I think is the rule. So if they got both hands around the ball, that is technically they're in control of it. So yeah, I think ultimately they did get it right, and it was a shame, but no, it was a really good start. I thought it was really positive. I thought we really took it to them from the off. And yeah, it was a really, really positive start. And sadly, just didn't get the goal. But no, it was a good move. Like you said, great ball from Hinshelwood as well, who I thought was brilliant. And it was a shame to see Lamptey actually not on the bench. Apparently he's got an ankle injury, which is just typical.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so back from suspension, and then apparently he's got an ankle injury. So yeah, that was sad to not see him on the bench. But no, Hinshelwood again done really, really well in right back as he was a debutant there.
Yeah, fair play. Because we were worried about him against Doku, but yeah, he done a solid job, to be fair. It was Marmoush as well, who was someone that we spoke about in the preview, saying that he was going to be a player that was going to cause us some issues, and he did, didn't he? Obviously, Webster comes flying in and takes him out. It looked like Webster was trying to do the classic Webster and dunk block, where you just throw your body at it, but instead of blocking the ball, Marmoush just kept hold of it, and he's managed to win a penalty, which was very clever for him, to be fair. He was an absolute baller yesterday.
No, he was on flames, and fair play to Jack for identifying him before the game, saying that he was he's one to watch. So yeah, I feel like with that challenge, first of all, it was so clumsy. I'm not sure what Webster was doing, but I did. If you watch one of the replays, as he turned around, I think he's speaking to one of his teammates, and he goes, "I was just trying to block the ball." So clearly he's just trying to block, like you said, I think you're bang on, he's just trying to block that shot, or what he thinks is going to be a shot. as Marmoush is cut inside, his trailing legs caught him, and yeah, it was a stonewall penalty, really clumsy from Webster, which is a shame because he's been so good recently, like top. Arguably one of our best players, and not to say he had a stinker, but yeah, it was just a clumsy challenge for me, and yeah, it was frustrating because, like you said, we got such a good start to then for that to happen. It was just a bit of a bittersweet moment.
I don't think he has any good memories at the Etihad because I remember last year when he got absolutely bodied by Haaland, wasn't it? Do you remember that became a bit of a meme? It's like Haaland was 1-on-1.
Was that at the Amex?
No, that was at the Etihad. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no,
we were wearing that.
Sorry, I'm thinking of Ferguson when he bodied in the Arsenal game. Sorry, I'm getting confused.
Oh no. Yeah, no. Haaland absolutely sent Webster to the shops and just completely bodied him. I remember it being a meme, and because this was like peak Haaland. I think it was just the beginning of the season. And you think, just got made to look like a little child. And again, another issue for Webster at the Etihad. And I was just thinking, this is such a unfortunate start because I thought if that Matoma goal's given, I feel like we just then go and get another one very quickly. It felt like that's how that game was going to pan out then. So to then go from the euphoria of almost being 1-up to then being 1-0 down like minutes later was so frustrating. And a good penalty from Haaland, but like, is Bart Verbruggen ever going to save a penalty, do you think, in a Brighton shirt? Has he saved one? I don't know if he has. I'm not. Obviously, it's being harsh because it's a very good pen, but
I was going to say,
always know it's just always going to be a goal.
A goalkeeper is not expected to save penalties. They always say, I don't know, when they go to penalty shootouts. There's been a few actually recently in European competitions. I watched Rangers win their penalty shootout. I saw
Jack Butland,
Real Madrid, obviously, Atletico. Yeah, Butland was unreal. But the expectation of a goalkeeper going into a penalty is nothing because they're not expected to save it. I don't know what the mathematics behind it is or the probabilities are, but I'm assuming the probabilities are way higher for a player than they are for a goalkeeper to save. So yeah, look, I get what you're saying though. It's nice. It's always nice for a goalkeeper to be known as a penalty saver, but I don't know if Bart is that guy. I don't know what his record is, to be honest. But yeah, to answer your question, I don't think it's a good penalty. Not really much more. I don't know what he's meant to do really in that situation.
So in the Bundesliga, to answer you about, I mean, someone might know a better stat, but it says penalty kicks in the Bundesliga were scored 75% of the time when considering all penalty kicks between 1963 and 2004. So pretty much like 1 out of 4 misses all gets saved. Yeah. Which kind of feels about right. I don't know why we're diving into penalty stats, but yeah, no, just for some reason I know. Yeah, not even the right league. Sorry, mate. Sorry, guys. I'm hungover. Okay, shock. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. Right?
Ben hungover,
and it's early in the morning. Let's pretend that it's not 10 to 11, and we're doing this at like.
I mean, it depends how you look at it. It is early in some people's books. It is pretty early for me. So.
True. But yeah, maybe I'm being harsh on Bart. But yeah, one day it'll be nice for him to save a pen. That'll be good. But yeah, and then I think Purvis scores an unbelievable free kick. I did not expect that to happen at all. When I got I was out, so I was trying to watch it on a stream. They got a goal notification saying Purvis had scored. The last thing I was expecting it to be was from a free kick. So when I saw him stepping up to take it, I was like, there's no way he's buried this here. But yeah, just wrong-footed the goalkeeper, didn't he? And it come off the post. And yeah, it's an unbelievable free kick.
Unreal, yeah. At first, I was a bit sus of Ortega. I was thinking, why is he not even attempted to dive? But I sort of get where maybe his thought process was, it looks like it's about to go wide. So he thinks it's safe, but he's literally crept in and hit the post, the inside of the post. And yeah, fantastic technique, great strike. Estupinan, like, we don't have a designated free kick taker, it feels like. We had Dunkey for a long time, which was, for me, the most baffling thing ever. Then, of course, Danny Welbeck scored against Forest, which was, a great free kick, to be fair to him. But again, we don't, and I know he wasn't on the pitch at the time, so that's probably why, but is he our designated free kick taker? I don't actually know who he is. So, yeah, I want us to have...
Is it Ayari? Maybe Ayari seems to take them, but that's normally when he like crosses them in. So yeah, that's true. But
I think the point I'm trying to make is like our starters, which I know is quite difficult, but maybe like one of the front four, if they just... I'm not saying they have to...
Surely João Pedro's good at a direct free kick. Surely.
Do you know what I mean? Surely one of the attacking players. But basically what I mean is like the starter who's not on the bench, because Welbeck's on the bench, Ayari's on the bench, Dunkey's out injured. So all the ones, your regular sort of free kick takers, are all on the bench or injured. So yeah, it'll be nice to have like a go-to designated free kick taker who is going to step up and at least be half decent at them. But could Estupinan be that guy? I don't know. After yesterday, is he going to be that guy to step up and take him? Because it was a great strike, and Ortega could just look on, couldn't really do much about it.
No, it's very true. Yeah, thank you very much, Purpose, for sorting that one out. Did you see any of the videos from the Brighton end as well? I saw a couple. They looked unbelievable. From the Brighton end, filming purposes. That's very, very good. Oh, that would have been a great one. I mean, that must have been a good day out. Like, finally, we're getting a good result at the Etihad. Obviously, it shows probably where City are in terms of their decline, but also how good we're getting as well. Well, getting again.
It was really interesting, actually, Ben, you mentioned that, because all throughout commentary, they kept saying, like, oh, that's a big... So, let's say one of the teams equalised, obviously it was 2 in the end. So, like, when one team scored, they were like, oh, what a big moment in the chase for European football. And then Brighton would score, and then they'd be like, oh, what a big goal that is for European football. And it's like, it was mad to hear the commentators saying that about Man City and Brighton, because usually it would be like, oh, Man City have scored to win the league, or, Man City have scored to secure Champions League football. But it was so refreshing to hear, actually, us being in that conversation. And it was so mad to think that we are battling Man City now for potentially
Europe.
A Champions League spot, potentially. We're well in the mix. So, yeah, like, why can't we do it, and why can't we compete with these teams? And it's just really refreshing. We're a point behind City, who are in 5th, 2 behind Chelsea, who are in 4th. We are in the final Champions League chase, which is insane to think. And we are very well in the mix of Europa/Conference League, which, I think that is the most realistic target. Forget Champions League for me. Just focus on.
Well, did you hear Bloom though when he done his interview at Cheltenham this week? He was like, obviously we're aiming for that top 5 finish, and I was like, sorry, what did you say? He's like, we're.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, Tony Bloom was like, we're aiming for top 5 finish. And I was like, wow, fucking hell, fair play for saying that.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't expect him to say that, actually. Maybe he's just buzzing because he's a horse won 100 to 1. Yeah. He didn't know what was going on. He's like, right, I've just won 100 to 1. Was it Pinaros, I think his name was? Yeah,
Ponyros, I think it was.
Ponyros. Yeah, he was probably just high off that, to be honest, and thought, do you know what? If he can do it, so can we.
I can't believe that Brighton fan stuck. The Brighton fan stuck, did he 50 quid on it, won 3.5 grand.
Wow. What, each way?
Insane. Yeah, I guess
50
so.
Quid would have been... If it was 100 to 1, it would have been about 5 grand.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it was. Wait, what?
Yeah, it must have been each way.
Yeah, I think it was.
Anyway, this isn't the Racing Post podcast.
Well, no, but it's still related to Brighton, I guess. But yeah, Tony Bloom had a great week at Cheltenham and then a good result.
But no, just going back to your point, just going back to what you actually originally asked me about the 5th position thing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look, I love it. Personally, if my chairman's talking like that, I'm a big fan. I like it. He's showing that sometimes it can, it can be like shooting yourself in the foot, because if you say this, you put it out into the ether, people are going, well, you said you were going to try and get top 5, and he finishes 8th or 9th. Yeah, people start chatting. But no, I like it. I think it shows confidence from Tony. Obviously, shows that the togetherness in the club is great at the moment, and seems like spirits are really high. A big point at City, going into the international break in 7th after unbeaten in 7. Yeah, I think it's really, really good vibes at the moment. Good energy. Everyone seems to be in a great space. And Tony Bloom's just echoing that, I suppose, and just putting it out there. Positive vibes. I like it. Big up Uncle Tony.
On the flip side, though, I saw Paul Barber getting a lot of stick for an interview he done with the BBC. Did you see that one? I think it might be like almost a week old now, talking about like losing players, which he's done before, and it didn't go down well with fans the first time, but I don't mind it. I mean, he's being honest. I don't know why he got a lot of stick for it. If you don't know, apparently, if you are listening and you don't know what Paul Barber said, he done an interview, I think it was before the... Oh, what game? What game did we...
Was it the Cup game?
Might have been the Cup game. Well, no, but was it before the Fulham game? I think it might have been before the Fulham game.
But why would BBC be interviewing him pitchside?
I don't know. Because, they covered
I'm pretty sure it was Newcastle. But anyway...
Was it? Okay, anyway, basically, he was saying about how like they're expected to lose big players and bait and that sort of thing, and talking about Balebed and Matoma, but he was saying we'll only sell when the time's right. We're not forced to sell, but we're realistic. We know that our big players will be leaving, and some Brighton fans got a bit annoyed at that, which I didn't really understand. He's telling the truth, and he said it before, and it does happen. Like we saw Caicedo leave for big fees, so It's going to happen. So why can't our CEO say that?
No, I completely get what you're saying, and I get both fans' perception. I was very in the middle of it. I agree with you a lot with the whole, oh yeah, he's just being honest. And yeah, he is telling the truth. We've sold a lot of players, we've sold them for big fees, and we're now known for this, developing young players and selling them for a big fee. We're sort of now known for that. However, I don't know. I want to keep this squad together, and I'm just like, why? I don't want to hear my... what's his title again? CEO. I don't want my CEO saying, "Oh, by the way, lads, after let's say we qualify for Europe, we're going to lose Balebed, we're going to lose Matoma." Not to say, I know he didn't specify players. Well, actually, no, sorry, he did.
I think he did mention Balebed and Matoma.
He did, yeah. He named them, yeah. So for me to go by naming people by name, going, yeah, Balebed and Matoma, they're going to be off in the summer. That, like, as a fan, I'm like, well, what's the point? Going into next season, we're going to lose two of our best players. And that doesn't fill me with confidence. That doesn't make me feel good as a fan. So I get it. I get both sides. I do, really do. And I'm really split with it. Because I do agree. It's great to be honest. And it's great to be, very transparent, which is great. But at the same time, I don't want to lose our best players. The whole point of us developing and getting better is to keep our best players for as long as we can. Not to say, oh, I want them, they're going to stay forever, because that's very unrealistic. They're all going to, progress at some point. But yeah, to say that, oh yeah, them two players are going to go, it was a bit baffling. But anyway, yeah, it was a weird one for me. But no, I think Barber's great, and yeah, sometimes he does. But he's a businessman at the end of the day, and he does talk the business side of things, the finance side of things. He's very much open about that and honest about that. And yeah, as much as we hate to talk about it, that is the facts. The facts. These are the facts, and it's a shame because I think as fans we don't want to hear it, but it is going to happen at some point, isn't it? We are going to lose our best players, and that's just life, unfortunately.
I think I actually saw good news around Matoma that says that we're trying to close in on a new contract for him.
But I did see that, but I think it's sort of McAllister vibes.
Yeah, does it mean anything? It's one of them.
Well, yeah, I think he's doing a McAllister, so he'll sign a contract just to get us a bigger fee.
I just don't think that Matoma's going to leave. I don't think he wants to leave. Maybe he wants to play Champions League football soon.
Yeah, I can only see him going to a Champions League side.
Yeah. Strange. Maybe I could see him at Liverpool.
I could see him there as well.
Yeah. Anyway, please don't leave. I could see Balebed there as well, to be honest. Him that just makes sense as well. Or City. I feel like a City he could do well at City.
Can we not?
Can we not talk about our players being moved on, actually? Yeah, good point. Let's move on. Marmoush, though, that was a fucking unbelievable goal, wasn't it? Jesus Christ. It is an absolute...
What a strike.
Absolute hit.
You know what?
It looked like it was... It looked like Verbruggen had done absolutely nothing. I was like, oh, mate, you haven't even dived. But then looking at the replay, I was like, okay, fair play. That's like caught everyone off guard. It's an absolute bullet.
It was a shame, though, because both goals, the Marmoush one and the penalty, it was from us giving the ball away. I think Rutter for the first one and João Pedro for the second. And again,
was it João Pedro for the first, I think, wasn't it?
Sorry, it might have been the other way around. It was definitely Rutter and João Pedro, but in both sort of goals. Again, not having a go at them, but yeah, it was a sort of like sloppy, being dispossessed essentially for both. And then the penalty, Webster, clumsy challenge, and then this Marmoush strike. Which, look, you got to just applaud it. You got to stand up and applaud, and it was a fantastic strike. Like you said, at first I was a bit like, oh, Verbruggen's not even died for that. But it was a bullet. It was hit at speed. He done really well to sort of give himself the room for the shot, and he's absolutely walloped it. And it was a great strike, great goal. Just one of those you just got to applaud, really. Like, fair play to Marmoush and Man City, really.
That was an unbelievable hit. I mean, I to be honest, I really did not know much about him before he moved to City. Like, I know he went for quite decent money, but I know apparently I think he'd had like 20 goals and assists already this season for Frankfurt. I thought, is that good? I mean, it's decent, I guess, for a Frankfurt player.
Bundesliga. Is it going to be the same in Premier League?
Yeah. And yeah, he seems like an unreal player at the moment. I'd absolutely love him at Brighton, obviously. But would he get into the team? You never know.
I mean, our attacking quartet is tough to displace, to be honest.
It is. It actually really is. It is definitely one of the best front fours in the league, though, isn't it? Our front four is insane.
I'd say it's up there for sure. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Maybe, obviously, take the top three out. So, who's that? Obviously, Liverpool, yeah. Liverpool's a better. Then you've got bloody, what's it called? Why is my brain
Arsenal.
not working?
Yeah, my brain's
Arsenal.
awful today.
Sorry, guys. Everyone watching must be thinking, what the fuck's
At
going
the moment, I reckon our.
on? At the moment, I think we're better than Arsenal.
Ours is better than Arsenal. Yeah.
At the moment, just purely because of injuries.
Yeah.
not in.
Because they've got a centre midfielder playing up front.
Exactly. So yeah, better than Arsenal. Then Nottingham Forest, I'd say Nottingham Forest maybe edge it. They are good. Come on, Elanga, Hudson-Odoi, Wood. Who else? Oh, Gibbs White.
I think ours is better for a longer period of time than Forest's.
Oh, this is a tough one, you know. I genuinely believe. I think Chris Wood clears any Welbeck or Jow based on numbers.
Really? Oh, based on numbers, yeah.
Well, yeah, and then Hudson-Odoi, Elanga, quality wingers, and then Gibbs White, who's quality as well. I don't know.
Gibbs White is fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gibbs White's good.
I've got to give it to Forest. As bad as that.
I don't know about their wingers though.
Wingers, what? Matoma and Minter are better than Hudson-Odoi and Elanga.
Yeah.
I mean, look.
Matoma's definitely better.
No, Mitoma is. Yeah, Mitoma's.
Yeah.
A joke.
Maybe Minter's the tricky one.
Yeah.
Would you rather have Elanga or Minter then?
I personally would have Minter just because of his defensive qualities.
Yeah. Same.
But I think Elanga is very good. I mean,
and then Rutter or Morgan Gibbs White. I mean, probably Morgan Gibbs White.
Yeah, Morgan Gibbs White. Sadly,
but
Jorginho is class. But yeah, I think Morgan Gibbs White sadly. But and then Chelsea. I'd say. I mean, I've got Cole Palmer, but apart from that, what are they actually at the moment?
Yeah, I know. At the moment, I'd rather have us.
I'll go Brighton over Chelsea, and then City.
And look at Cole Palmer at the moment. He hasn't got a goal or assist in like 15 games.
Yeah, he's struggling.
Is it 15 games?
Struggles Tennessee. And then what? Man City. I'd take our attack at the moment.
No. What? Doku, Marmoush, Haaland, and Savinho.
Yeah.
No.
No, we'll give City that one.
Yeah, we'll give City big.
And then final one, Newcastle. Isak is a joke. He's the best striker in the league right now. Yeah. So he clears everyone. Then you've got Anthony Gordon, Barnes, Guimaraes. I can't think of anyone else.
I don't know. What would you get? Isak, Gordon. I don't know if Barnes even starts all the time.
Yeah, fuck knows. But anyway, I think we're better.
Oh, it's Murphy, isn't it? It's Murphy, Gordon, Isak, and then probably Bruno Guimaraes.
Oh, yeah,
they play like a flat three.
Yeah, they do.
Field.
All right, but yeah, I think ours is better than Newcastle as well. So there you go.
Wow.
Better than Newcastle, not better than Man City, better than Chelsea. I'd say just Nottingham Forest edge it. Better than Arsenal right now, and then Liverpool's is better. So
we've got the second best attack in the league. We've just figured that out.
Yes. No, third. Fourth.
Right.
Because Man City. Well, in my books, Man City, Forest,
Liverpool. Oh yeah, you said Forest. Yeah,
Forest. So my book's fourth best attack.
I'm saying third best.
Right. Oh, that's a clip. Clip it up, boys.
Oh God, we're gonna get
cooked.
We're getting cooked. Jack's not here for one pod, and we're fucked.
It's a great debate though. Genuinely, I think that's a really great debate.
So yeah, let us know. Let us know below where you think our attack ranks. Because I reckon I'd say right now, form based, including injuries. You know, Saka's obviously injured. Yeah, I say we've probably got third best. I'll take ours over Forest, but that is tight. The Forest one is tight.
Yeah, that's a real toss up for me.
Gibbs White's just an absolute baller. I'd love Gibbs White at Brighton. That would be unbelievable. He would be so good for us. Wow. But
anyway, then back to the game.
Yeah, back to the game.
Marmoush has just scored. We just got to the Marmoush goal.
Yeah, Marmoush scored an absolute hit. Yeah, I'd take him in a heartbeat at Brighton for sure. We go into the break. I'm very disappointed that we're going in losing. I thought this is just very, very undeserved. I felt a draw at that point was probably the fairest. So for them to then score that really did piss me off. But yeah, I mean, we come out and we scored within 2 minutes from a set piece again.
Yes.
What's going on?
Yeah.
What is going on with us?
Mate, the Viking on the sideline is doing us a favour now, mate.
He's actually fucking woken up.
With his 3/4 lengths, he's...
I don't know what's happened to him. Hers has probably said, you do need to do a job, by the way, mate. And he's like, oh, okay, actually. Better start doing some work.
Yeah, listen, your role's not just to get up every time there's a set piece and just point at things. You're actually meant to do stuff. No, but do you know what? I thought was poor defending from City. I thought the fact that Hinshelwood and Gomez were just on their own, essentially. They forgot to mark them. But yeah, no, it was good ball in. Was it Estupinan with a delivery? And I think it was Webster or Van Heck with the knockdown.
I'm just watching that. Yeah, Webster knocks the ball in.
Yeah, Webster. And then, Jack takes a really good touch from Jack. I mean, let's be real.
Finish.
Well, yeah.
It was as in like it was going wide. It was going wide.
It wasn't the cleanest of strikes, let's say that. And then, big deflection of Kuzanov. And it goes in the back of the net. But it was poor defending from City. The fact that they've just left Gomez and Hinshelwood like pretty much all alone. They all just followed the ball. And then, it was this big gap for Hinshelwood. And fair play to him. Got off a shot. I know it wasn't the best shot, but took it down, had a shot. And is in the under-21s England squad as well. Hopefully he smashes it there.
Fair play, Jack. I love that.
Yeah.
I think he has been before, and he was given the number 2, and he was playing at fullback. So I wonder what number he's been given for this.
I mean, look, the quality in that under-21 side is a joke.
No, it's better than the first. It's better than the first team.
I would argue it is.
I cannot believe that fucking team that Thomas Tuchel was.
Yeah, where's Webster, mate? Come on.
What is going on there? I mean, I know we're playing.
Where's Solly March?
We're playing Albania and Latvia. I get it, but also just pick sensible players. Why have we picked 4 goalkeepers? How the fuck is Jordan Henderson in the big year of 2025 and Kyle Walker getting in the England squad?
Unk's not got it.
What has Jordan Henderson got on these men to get him to...
Jed Spence not getting in is ridiculous.
But anyway, White not getting in.
Let's move on because Brighton players are involved.
I mean, you could even say Welbeck maybe could have got in. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Dan Burn, fair play. That's a former Brighton player. I'm happy for him.
Wait, Solanke, don't tell me Solanke was in it, was he?
Yeah, Solanke got picked, yeah.
Did he?
I think so, yeah.
Say swear.
Swear.
Sorry, Solanke got picked for the England squad?
Yeah.
Who's missed, what, half the season through injury?
Yeah.
He's just recently come back? Classic. What the hell is going on?
Some things never change, man. You think you're going to get a fresh squad, but you get a fresh squad, but it's with some fucking randoms in it. How is Kyle Walker? Oh, yeah, that pisses me off. Anyway, Hinshelwood gets, it's an own goal, really. It's a Curzon own goal. That lad always looks like he's about to cry, doesn't he? Their new centre-back. He just always looks like he's close to tears. I know he did cry on his... Who was it? Against Chelsea, actually, wasn't it, on his debut? Yeah, it looked like he actually did cry. He did cry when he gave the ball away inside like 3 minutes into his debut. Looked like he was about to cry again with the own goal. He's just trying too hard, I think. That's his issue. I mean, it just shows how bad City's defence is at the moment. And just watching the game yesterday, we were so good in attack, but also it's just down to City's really poor defending. I think the difference between our wingers and their wingers is Mitoma and Minter are so good defensively, like we've said before, but theirs were non-existent. Like Doku and Savinho were just leaving Rico Lewis and Vardiol in the mud. There was just no one ever there when we were on the counter attack. They were never getting back, and it's just such a shame that we didn't penetrate them enough. Obviously, we'll get onto them, but the Minter and Balebed chances, but they both came down from those wings and those sides. So that's just such a shame.
Well,
that
it's interesting because
penetrate them enough.
Even like Rico Lewis, I think struggled at a big parts of the game. You're right, the fullbacks really struggled, I thought, and even the centre backs didn't have that good of a game. So yeah, defensively, it's an interesting one. I wonder what's happened because they used to be historically so stable defensively, and it feels like this last sort of 6 to 12 months they've really fallen off click. And I know, like you mentioned, they bought in Kuzanov, try and reinforce that defence. They bought that Reish from Brazil, the young
stole that signing off us.
Yeah, they did. So obviously Pep sees the defence as a big problem area. Kyle Walker obviously ended up leaving in January to go to Milan. So I think defensively they are poor at the moment, and we definitely exposed that, especially like you said, Ben, on the wings. I thought the wingers had lots of joy down that. Even Hinshelwood putting in loads of crosses. Yeah, we definitely exploited those wings, and as you mentioned, 2 big chances.
We'll go on to the Minter one because again that was down the right hand side of City, or down our left hand side again, and it was it Diego Gomez who whipped the ball in for Minter's miss. Oh man.
Gomez was brilliant, I thought, yesterday as well.
Again, he was really, really good. Such a surprise that he's turned out to be this good. I thought, he's really, really earned it. That was a great midfield partnership with him and Balebed. But
I mean, it's mad. They're both 21. It's insane.
Yeah, that is mad. He looks very.
He does not look 21.
Someone needs to check that guy's passport. Someone get that checked.
What's that film when it's like, he goes, "Show me how old you are," and he's like, "I am 12," written on a piece of paper. Do you remember?
Fucking hell. Yeah, that's literally Gomez. I mean, I'll take it if he's 21. I'll believe you, mate. Because yeah, he was very, very good. And a great ball to Minter, but it's so frustrating. It feels like Minter misses like a big chance almost every game, doesn't it? With him,
it does. And also, as well, it was weird. Like he sort of done a double leg slide into it.
Yeah, I tried to scissor it almost.
Yeah, it was a really strange movement. I didn't really know what he was trying to achieve. It looks like he sort of like jumped into it and then missed it. It was very strange. But no. Yeah, it is frustrating with Minter sometimes because again, I remember in the first half he made this great little run inside to the City box and like tried to like curl it with his left foot and he just sort of scooped it up wide and like his approach play is so good. Like the way he's able to take players on and use his speed. It feels like we're a broken record a little bit because we do say this most weeks about Minter. He's still got so much to like, such a long way to go. But again, that's okay. It's fine. We're not having a go. We're just identifying that still he's by far from the finished product. But again, he's super young. You know, talking of 21-year-olds, I think he's, 20, 19, something like that. So, yeah, he's got so much time. He's got so much to learn still. But he's going to be a quality player. I think he's got all the attributes. Do you know what I was thinking yesterday? He reminds me of like a Sadio Mane at Southampton. Like he's got those traits of being. I think he could be a top level player. It's just it's going to take time. He's got a lot of learning to do, and it's a shame because he can definitely be more clinical. But I think that will come with time and a bit more match experience and all that jazz.
Yeah, he's 20, Maz. That's insane. I didn't realise he was that young.
He's super young.
I thought he was at least like 23. Wow. Yeah, he's a very raw talent. Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, do you remember when we signed him? Like we said, he's easily going to be. He's like a baby Mane, isn't he? And it looked like I think pre-season he was unbelievable. We just thought, we've got a real player on our hands, and then he had a great start, and then it kind of tailed off a little bit. But now that we've got this consistency with that front four quartet that we got, it just seems like he's thriving, and all of them just getting better and better every single week. But yeah, it was just very, very big shame that we missed that. And then we had another, almost like for like it's wrong. Obviously, City hit the post. Is it Gonzalez?
Another counter attack. Yeah.
Was this like 80th minute, wasn't it? About 80th minute, and I was thinking City were piling on quite a lot of pressure at that point. I thought, mate, we defended quite well, which was good. We held on. Yeah, the Gonzalez header comes off the post, and then is it from that attack? Then João Pedro down the left.
Yeah, straight. Yeah, I think Matoma released it to João Pedro, and then João Pedro made the run. And do you know what? It was a bit of fortune with I think it was Diaz missing it essentially, or going through his legs.
Yeah, did it go for his leg? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit of fortune there because you would like to think he's blocking that or he's clearing that. But yeah, a bit of fortune. But yeah, it comes to
Balebe's run though. Did you see Balebe coming from nowhere just like
just a gut busting run. Yeah. No, I mean look, we all know how good Balebe is and how good he will be. You know, his ceiling is super, super high. Again though, same thing with Minter. It's like with Minter, similar thing. And again, he's super young. What, 19? I think he is. You know, all these players are just 21. Or, I don't know. Anyway, they're all super, super young, and they got so much time to develop and so much more to learn. And so, yeah, with Baleba, for example, he does so many good things, and he is integral to the way we play. But it's just moments like that where you're like, "Come on, mate, stick it in the back of the net, put it in the onion bag." And
all you know what? I'm
going to give him a little bit of leeway. At the last minute, it does bobble like a tiny bit. It does sit up a tiny bit. So I'll give him the benefit
unfortunate.
of the doubt.
You just see the ball like rolling perfectly towards him, and then it takes
a little nick.
Goes, you're like, you can't write that. Someone's underneath the Etihad pitch, aren't they? Just like it's like Tom and Jerry with the golf balls. He's just underneath it with like a magnet or something.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, I don't know. That was just so unfortunate. You just think
that
ball doesn't hit, it's definitely going on target.
That's the thing, yeah. And it's those fine margins, isn't it? It's those fine margins that decide games. It's like that. Yeah, that was the difference. That little bobble was the difference between 3 points and 1, and that's insane. Like the fine margins in football is insane, and yeah, it was just such a shame because. It's like what could have been, and I think overall, I'd say a draw is a fair result. But if we'd gone and won that, no one would have been like, "Oh, what a robbery!" or Man City absolutely battered them. That wasn't the case at all. So yeah, it was a real shame because that would have been the icing on the cake and the cherry on the top.
Yeah, that would have been the 7 wins in a row. But I mean, at least we're going into the international break ahead of an unbelievably huge match against Nottingham Forest. In the FA Cup, like if we had gone in to that break with a loss, the spirits would still be a little bit high, but they would have been a little bit depleted. But now we're carrying on that unbelievable run. 6 wins, a draw away at City is very, very good, and I'll absolutely take that. We've come so far since that Herzler 7-0 defeat and the rough patch that we've had, and now we're on the back of an unbelievable bit of form, just at the perfect time. I mean, again, going back to what Tony Bloom's interview, he was saying, we've got players coming back now fully fit at the perfect time in the season, where some squads are maybe getting a little bit tired. Ours are finding form now just at the perfect time to then really kick on for this last stretch of the season to somehow potentially get a Champions League spot, which is something that we cannot believe. Well, I still can't believe we're saying. That when we thought it was all doom and gloom back in, December times, but imagine we were saying this now, that we'd turn it around and have gone on the run that we've been on.
It's actually insane. The run we've been on since that Forest game, during that Forest game, even before the Forest game, we were like, look, Europe's out the window. Let's just focus on a top 10 finish, and we'll all be happy.
Make sure we finish above Palace. That was literally it at that point.
No, genuinely, I know this is going to sound mental, and I don't want to sort of be that guy, but even right now, as it stands, even if you give me a top 10 finish now, I'll be happy. Genuinely, because of mate. I think shout out to Dougie Critchley, who works with Sky. He done a video on his Instagram, and I thought he encapsulated it perfectly. He talks about the fact that we lost key players in the summer. We obviously during the season we've had lots of injuries. Dunkey being out, we've had lots of variable factors that we've had to deal with. A young manager, 32-year-old manager coming in, a big squad overhaul. We've spent a lot of money, so that expectation's been higher. There's all these things that have contributed to a lot of expectation around the club, and to be where he is right now is massively big feat, and where we are as a club. And I think it's, even if he then from now on and goes, we lose a few more games and we end up finishing 8th, 9th, I'm cool with that. The fact he's coming in on his first season and achieved some of the results he's achieved, and even this 6-game winning run is going to go down on, on his record. I think all these things are just are really, really good signs and positive times at the moment. And no matter what happens, come to the end of the season, I'll be proud of the team, and hopefully we can keep that nucleus and really kick on next season. Next season is where I think the expectations need to be high. We need to go for Europe. Like, Europe has to be that. Whereas this season is a bit like, right, cool, let's just see what happens. Yeah,
there was a lot of, I'm just kind of looking at Dougie's video now and also his tweet. There was so much, chopping and changing. Like what Dougie said here is like so many signings in the summer that we had to embed, losing some huge players, not only just selling, like, I'll say Gilmore's a huge player. He probably was a very good player for us. Losing Pascal Gross, Dunk's decline, Ferguson's decline, the countless injuries we've had to now still be where we are is insane. And I think he done the tweet on March 14th. He was just giving us our props, so it's always nice to see. And he's a very clever man, so it's nice to see a clever man that's well
exactly. Someone
who knows what he's talking about. Exactly, not like us. We're up. It's been unbelievable. Is there anything else you want to cover from the game?
I think we pretty much we waffled a little bit, but I think we've come up with some. We talked about a lot of stuff, and it was a really good result going into the summer. Do you know what? The final thing actually I want to discuss, Ben. It's a shame we're going into the international break, because I feel like we're in such a good space. Will this week and a half break, stop that momentum? Will that, or will it give us a week and a half, 2 weeks to get our, like developments back and, really, Lamptey, Veltman, get those players back, get them ready, and go into that Forest game, which is going to be huge, by the way. Do you want to be going into it cold, as in not having played football for a week or so, or do you think it's going to do us good?
It's a weird one, isn't it? Because you can come back and just be completely different. I think we've got enough talent now, informed talent, to pick up and really be up for this game. It's an unbelievably huge game, this Forest one. I'm just really worried about these South Americans coming back and being ready to play. I was looking at the team that started against City, and you'd want João Pedro, Purvis, and Gomez probably all to be starting, wouldn't you? And they're South American, obviously. So that sounds like such a Michael Owen thing to say. So I really would like them to maybe get the classic injury, but I just don't see that happening. But did João actually get picked?
Yeah, he's in the squad
for Brazil. Did he? Fuck.
Yep.
Oh, that's not ideal. That's not ideal at all. So, but like we've said, we do have an unbelievable squad. So even if João's not fit, imagine Danny Welbeck added to that 3 instead of João Pedro. That's fine. Lamptey's hopefully back then. Veltman, like you said, will be back, so maybe we fill in for Purvis there. Ayari's done a fantastic job this season, so he could easily play there.
We have got the squad depth, to be fair. If some players are fatiguing or struggling, look, even the players you just mentioned there, Gomez has just got into the team, so he's very interchangeable. Then you've got Welbeck can come in for João Pedro very easily and do a very good job. And then who's the final player you said? Oh, Estupinan, yeah, and Lamptey can fill in there. So even potentially Hinchelwood could probably play there. He's so malleable. You can probably put him anywhere. So yeah, I think we've got the squad depth to manage now with international breaks, whereas probably before we couldn't. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be as detrimental as it might have once been, because even a couple of years ago, if you had a lot of call-ups, the next week you're struggling. Do you know what I mean? But whereas now we have got the squad depth where not everyone is going on international break, and they can slot in. So yeah, to answer my own question, don't think it'll be.
And also another thing we haven't really spoken about, obviously with it being a huge game, it's the potential revenge against Forest, isn't it? Our players are going to be bang up for it, not just because 100%. It's an FA Cup.
I think even Herzl is going to be massively up for it.
Herzl's got a point to prove. I bet. Imagine if we see him start with another just one centre mid again. Please,
it's going to work again. Yeah.
Trust me, it's going to work.
I'm going to show everyone. Show everyone it does work. All right.
It doesn't, please.
The donut.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think the players they've got some revenge to get. They've got a point to prove after getting embarrassed, because that was embarrassing at Forest. So
you're not embarrassed.
It's on our home turf. Hopefully, I've no doubt the players are going to be bang up for it. I think the Amex is going to be absolutely rocking after a long break. Everyone's going to be bang up for it. So yeah, it's going to be an entertaining one, and we're both going to be there. It's going to be my first trip to the Amex in a long time, which is very bad to say, but yeah, I cannot wait. It's going to be a great day, regardless.
Yeah.
So yeah,
can he wait? Amazing.
We'll probably do. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to do a Forest preview before for sure.
We'll do indeed.
We might
also, as well, if we got time, give us some suggestions if you want to see like a one-off pod or even a live stream. If you want to see us do a live stream, where
we could do a live stream.
Do something like a format. We could do like a format sort of vibe, where it's like we could have quizzes maybe or some stuff like that. Maybe invite people on. But yeah, let us know any suggestions if you want to see us during the international break. If you've got any ideas for us, anything you want to see that's like a one-off pod idea, where we can discuss things, even like similar to what we did with the ranking the attack. That that could be quite fun, doing stuff like that. So yeah, let us know, and put your ideas in the comments.
Cool. All right, well, thank you for listening. Please do like and subscribe. Leave a review on Spotify and Apple, because it does mean a lot, apparently.
It does.
And we'll see you very, very soon. Peace.